There are shades of Wembley from way back then with that collapsed set of goalposts there, and I think a lot of the Hibs fans are getting a memento of a special occasion.
Remember, we used to laugh at that a wee bit, but I don't think we're supposed to now. Finally, I've got it under control now, and we can hopefully enjoy the trophy left here, and these fans can enjoy something they've wasted a decent little period of time for. And again, let's not all forget in the midst of this, that was a really entertaining Scottish Cup final today.
Yeah, it was a great game, Ronald.
Oh yeah, it went up and down. I must say the second half was after the goal of Rangers. There was not much changes, but you still felt there was something could happen. And yeah, I think Rangers, the problem with Rangers, what I already mentioned, they didn't start touching the ball to each other, because then they could let Hibs run, because we said Hibs looked tired, but suddenly Rangers gave them a new energy by losing every ball. And then you were just waiting. They would have a chance always, and of course Stokes was there with the header.
And we've been saying all along, Rangers' main objective of the season was realised with getting that promotion.
Yeah, no, definitely. Look, they've got the Premiership to look forward to next year, and obviously they won the Petrofac Cup as well. Look, the players are going to be sitting in the change room absolutely devastated that they've not won the cup here today. But they've got a lot to be proud of this season. Rangers have come on leaps and bounds and have been a credit to the club and the manager. This day is for Hibs though. They've waited long enough for it, and we'll hopefully see the trophy getting lifted soon enough. And they did deserve it in the end. They were the ones that, when it came down to the crunch at the end of it, they found a bit of energy from somewhere and they managed to pull it out and get a last-minute goal, which is normally what has happened against them.
Well, oddly, at 1-1, and Hibs are beginning to lose it a bit, and they look tired. And we had a discussion in here, and I was saying, look, change it now. Fortune favours the brave. We've got 3 at the back. It's time to go for it. It's history. It's sitting waiting. And the change wasn't made, and Rangers go 2-1 ahead, and you think you've left it too late again. But given its due and given the players the credit, when they did make the change, they completely took over the game. And as you say, Rangers weren't holding the ball, and then it was always on. And I don't think there was anyone here. I would say when Hibs scored the second goal to make it 2-2, that is the first time since the semi-final I thought Hibs will win this.
You were thinking you were going to get a draw when you went 3-2 up.
That was, jokingly, oddly, that's the first time since they got to the final I thought Hibs will win this. And it's what we thought, because you could just see psychologically the Rangers players just dropped to
with Henderson coming on, he has quality on the ball. And you saw that Rangers couldn't pass 2 times to each other, and Hibs had the ball already. And then you felt already that every ball could be dangerous for Rangers.
I'm not going to say David Gray was on song, but I think he's a popular choice, isn't he? Clearly among the Hibs players to be the hero tonight, because he's 100%er, isn't he, every time?
You saw that. I mean, he put in a fantastic tackle, and I think it was Dean Shields in the middle of the park. Took an injury off the back of it, but he kept going. He's somebody you could imagine running through a brick wall, and I think you heard it. I think it was Anthony Stokes saying that he was delighted for him to get the winning goal, and he looks like a good character, a typical stereotypical title captain and leader. But there's so many of them. Look, the crowd behind us, they're all going nuts. It's a great day for Hibs.
Do you know one thing to say about Gray, watching him this season? He's played a lot of games when injured.
Yeah.
And just kept on going on. And there's a lot of modern footballers, a wee bit of an injury, right, I'm off now. But there are certain players that are pretty old school that, look, no, I'll put it through it, I'll go through it for the team. And when he went down with that injury, it seemed to be a kind of, a rib injury or something. You thought, well, that's bad news for Hibs. Already had used all their substitutes. And then you thought, oh no, it's David Gray, it'll be okay. Because he'll run through whatever you have to run through. He would do it in a normal game. For a cup final, he would do anything.
Does it feel like relief as much as delight that that long wait is finally over, and that the taunting now can stop?
Well, yeah, you look at the fans there, yeah, that's definitely a huge part of it. The celebration, the loving it. Partially, there are a number of people that won't have really sunk in yet. I mean, David Gray's life's never, whatever he does in his life from now on, a lot of people will point back to this moment, that day, those seconds, and he'll look back to it, and if he's ever asked in the future about his football career, he's just had it there. He's had lots of other things that happen in your career. He's just fortunate that the great thing that happens to you in your career is a great thing that everyone sees, that everyone remembers, and it's not like a missed penalty. Wouldn't that be terrible?
Yeah.
Is there any doubt, Michael, about Alan Stubbs staying on for next season for another crack at the getting up?
Well, I think there's obviously question marks. A third season of the Championship, but that's for another day. I think that this is a celebration today. They've got the summer to contemplate and think about it. But I think there's genuine affection for the club from Alan Stubbs, and he's done a fantastic job. Obviously, there was some murmurs. A few of the crowd weren't happy and thought that they should look to change. But for me, they've got a manager in place that they would be doing well to get somebody as good as. He's a top guy. He seems like a really, really good manager as well, who the players really have an affection for. And winning the cup, obviously, you would think that it gives them a bit of a better chance of hanging around. I think it's a 50-50.
Here's another shout for you. You've heard these managers that said, I've taken this club as far as you can go. How much better can you get than win the Scottish Cup after 114 years?
Yeah. I'm just looking outside, Pat, at those chunks of turf that have been ripped up. It was a lovely surface at the start, but it's not now, because there have been a few souvenirs grabbed there which will be appearing in the back gardens of quite a few Hibs fans, I think, to mark the day.
It's quite slow the way it's been done, isn't it, Rob? Police are taking no chances just now. It's not just the fact that they're making sure that everything's safe and the Hibs fans don't run on again. I think also they're allowing the Rangers fans to leave, in the vicinity outside the stadium. There was a bit of trouble after the game. They don't want any more.
Yeah, I mean, I know Michael said very quickly there, let's talk about the success story. It's about getting the balance right. That had the potential to get pretty ugly, didn't it? There seemed to be, the reaction didn't seem to be that quick in terms of security.
Yeah, but I'm very loath to jump on and have a go at security people when it's fans that have ran on from both sides. The vast majority of them, Hibs fans, underline that now. But in times gone by, when this was a kind of regular thing, the police were more ready for it, and they zipped on quick and the horses were galloping. They've learned a lesson. Those horses came on there. They weren't galloping on. They take their time. No one's getting injured. No one's taking any chances. Make sure we get it back. How's your heart, Rob?
One of the Hibs fans just leapt up and slapped the window of the studio.
I wouldn't mind, he's actually jumped from about 40 feet.
At that point.
For me, look, the Hibs fans that ran down in front of the Rangers fans there, for me, I think that the security and the police, surely to goodness, they've got to have all eventualities covered, and I think it was a bit slow in terms of trying to get on and break things up. Thankfully, it's all under control now, and the Hibs support can go on and see their team lifting the trophy.
The problem is when a crowd is moving, it's hard to stop. Don't forget that. When you have suddenly like 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 people suddenly in 1 minute on the pitch, you have to have a lot of police force.
If you do things rash, it's dangerous.
I think we spoke about relief in terms of Hibs winning the cup after 114 years. I think there's relief that didn't kick off. Anyway, the news of Rangers is that they've received their runners-up medals inside. That's all happened, and there will be a trophy celebration shortly. But you can understand that will be delayed until it feels like the right time. Because of course there were so many supporters on the pitch. It looks as if everybody now has been put back where they belong.